I remember quite a while ago, I was camping with my school in the middle of the bush, and we had this one instructor, and he was from a tiny town in like rural Queensland. And basically, he was telling us this story of these Australian prisoners of war in Japan. He was saying how they had to work 10 hours a day just to get a small portion of rice, which was their daily ration. He explained how sometimes when one of their teammates fell sick or were injured, they had to work double, they had to work extra time just so their mate could get the food that he needs to survive. He told me that the prisoners of war there, they had built such a strong brotherhood, such a strong community, such a strong sense of connection and teamwork, that when they left Japan, when they left being prisoners and went back to their families, back to like their warm beds, they missed Japan, they missed the community, they missed the brotherhood so much that they actually wanted to go back. That is such an inspiring story. It just shows no matter how bad your situation is, if you're like surrounded by good people and you have a great community, you will feel so much better. When I first heard that story, I think I was in grade 9. It was a school camp. We had this one instructor, as I said, from like the middle of nowhere. And when I first heard that story, I was kind of confused. I didn't really understand it. How would you be more happy in a place where you have to work 10 hours just for this much rice, not even proper nutrition, rather than being at home with your family in your bed? But now I grew to understand it more. Even while camping, we were sleeping in tents, as I said, in the middle of nowhere. There'd be so many bugs, mosquitoes around. We'd literally be swimming in the creek and be swimming in mud pools, and like pools filled with clay at the bottom. And we were walking across balancing beams, and I fell off so many times into like dirty, muddy water. But still, I would love to go back to camp rather than being at home where it's comfortable. I just think large part of that is just because camping was really fun, but also because when I went camping, like I would say my cohort had such a great sense of connection. You know, everyone was helping everyone out, and the sense of community was just great. That was over a year ago. I really felt inspired by that story. Don't really know why. It just showed me what's possible, you know. And I could imagine like how happy they would be to come back home, but also how they would miss that, and how they would have such a fond memory of it. It'd be so cool, yeah. But I just wanted to share that story just because it meant quite a bit to me. But yeah, all right, peace out.